Hey everyone, this is One Man Zerg with Game 3 of European Union Week 7 tournament between Mikami, the purple Protoss in the top right, and AgfoxGnom, the teal Terran in the lower left. So just to recap this for everyone, this is the sc2gg.com weekly tournament where you vie for points, and people with the most points at the end of the tournament season, which is 10 weeks, get to move on to the kind of playoff round, I think. sc2gg.com, you can go there for more info. And this is the Week 7 Game 3, so it's actually a Game 3 of the finals, which is always cool. Mikami lost Game 1 when the Terran player AgfoxGnom out-expanded him, out-macroed him, took the battle to multiple fronts with some drop ships and some front pressure on the front of the base, and some kind of empty drop ships, just distracting his opponent too. So some really good stuff. And then AgfoxGnom lost Game 2 when Mikami actually expanded sooner than him, out-macroed him, and effectively dealt with the battles on two fronts, pushing out raid on his tech, and then pushing out a raid on his expansion, a drop there with the Colossus. And the Colossus really just took it to the Terran player with those extended thermal lances and made it so AgfoxGnom really couldn't deal with the Protoss army, and it just overpowered him at his base and said GG before losing anything. So we're at this critical Game 3, winner takes all, and we're not seeing any new creativity in these game plans, but I'm thinking someone's going to expand real quick and try and out-macro the other, because that has been the name of the game so far. Both these players very cautious in their play styles, so it's good to see that, both very intelligent in how they're playing. And Mikami going with the cybernetic score right around 15, real standard stuff. Terran player with the barracks. Not seeing any proxies here. I am interested to see how these players are going to use the back of these bases with these rocks, because that's always an interesting dynamic. Once those rocks get taken out, defending multiple fronts of your bases, dealing with drops, trying to get that third expo, and guard this open area on the map. And getting that orbital command here, just piping that in. And let's see what he actually sees. So he sees the production facilities of the Protoss player, but that's not going to really tell him anything. He needs to get in there for another round. And then building this defensive supply depot on the side. Always recommend doing that. I'm surprised Mikami hasn't built the pylon over there yet, but he was pretty smart about that in Game 1 on Metalopolis with that back fog. So I'd expect him to be smart about it too right now. And it's interesting, Mikami's been leaving just an advanced probe scout on the map. He likes to do that, it seems like. And neither player controlling the Xel'Naga towers right now. It looks like AgfoxGnom is just short of it. And going with the standard Marauder build again. We're seeing pretty much the same build from AgfoxGnom all three games. Seems like it's working out real well for him. And normal barracks into an early expo into two more barracks, and then teching to medevacs and ghosts. And then last game he threw in some Vikings, and we are seeing a 4-gate here from Mikami. So I'd expect some real early pressure then from Mikami, a push out in just a couple minutes. And if the Terran player doesn't scout this, he may not be able to ramp up his production in time, which I think is a very good move by Mikami to get this going right now. And here's his forward pylon, because I think just this little delay that the Terran player has on him might position his 4-gate to do some really devastating damage. And he's already got some forward troops over here, and the Terran player doesn't even see this. So this is going to be really interesting with this surprise that Mikami might get on his Protoss opponent. And see, even with that, he doesn't know anything's going on right here, and he's just going to get pounded at the front of his base. Look, these reactors are going down, reactor tech lab. It's just going to be too late if Mikami makes effective use of this these troops right here, and these warp gates are going. They're warping in those troops, and Mikami coming in. Look at this significant army advantage that he has. 5 stalkers on 2 marauders and a marine, and AgfoxGnom is really feeling. Let's bring out the SCVs to try and deal with this army. Loses the marauders; those are big damage dealers, and able to deal with the stalkers. Really, his army, what army you say, isn't going to be able to deal with this. I think Mikami is going to take an early game with a nice 4-gate. Great timing on that push, just when his army was at least double the size of the Terran players. And here we see these harvesters are down to nothing. That's actually probably too high. It resets in. And I'm surprised we're not seeing a GG from AgfoxGnom, but Mikami has put himself in a great position right now. AgfoxGnom just trying to run away. He is not going to be able to do anything, ladies and gentlemen. Can he kite with these troops long enough? No, he's not going to be able to do anything. AgfoxGnom trying to stick it out, but there it is, finally, the good game from AgfoxGnom. Wow, that was an exciting ending. It's I feel like that was great strategy by Mikami. Game 1 was a drag-out macro game. Game 2 was a drag-out macro game. So what's Mikami going to do? He's going to make it a quick early push in the third game, which is total counter to a quick macro game. But, you know, it's interesting. AgfoxGnom feels like he was trying to do the same thing, but he was just a minute or two behind with his troops. Structures, his barracks, because he hasn't started building that second command center. He usually does that before or during building these barracks. So that's interesting that Mikami's just a little bit of timing in that game helped him capture game 3. So Mikami is the winner of the SC2GG.com European Union Week 7 tournament series. But good games by both players. Nice to see a Terran toss matchup. That's always interesting. And this is One Man Zerg with UEN.com. So check out SC2GG.com for more tournament info. Thanks for listening.